Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. My name is Chuck, and this is Riverview Cows, episode 18. And as you can see, it is 8 a.m. in June of whatever year we're in. Year 3, I think. So, we're going to go ahead and just pull down here to the farm. I had done more grass work, as you can imagine, yesterday. So I've got some more bales. You can see there's a bale ahead of me on this field. We gathered hay off of field 11 and grass off of, I believe, field 10. So both of those can be rolled today. Wanted to also just look at all of this manure. We're starting to get quite a bit built up, which makes sense for having the amount of cows that we do have. And then I've got some grass bales that I pulled off of 10, which I think I just said. But they're sitting over here, and they need to be put into our... Oops, took that corner almost a little too fast. They need to get put into this thing and turned into silage. So we have these 5 silage bales here that are ready. We're not quite ready to make TMR because we have filled that thing full of hay, that thing being the cow shed. So we got to let some of that hay go down first. But then we can start making our TMR. So I don't know if it's best. There's, I think, 14 bales here. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this row, let's see, how long is this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 14 is going to be a pretty full row. So we can go ahead and move this over a little bit. This thing always confuses me because the steering is backwards. I'm just going to try to miss the edge of that and then get this lined up. Like so. And close to the wall. And straightened out. And then unfolded and backed up. That should be good to go. So we're going to get these. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still recovering from my bout with COVID last couple weeks. So I apologize if I clear my throat more, and I know I sound a little nasally. We're getting there, but not quite 100% yet. So, but needed to get a video recorded, so wanted to make sure I had given you an update on where we were at here. So, again, I apologize for any coughing or clearing of my throat in the microphone. I know that's not great for content, but it's what we're going to have to deal with today. So, anyway, here is, we're just going to drop. It never works when I drop 2 grass bales in here, because that first one right there falls out almost every time, but we were able to catch it. And we'll drop this in like so. I always want to do it 2 bales at a time. It just feels like it's going to go much quicker if we do, but it never takes them the way that I want it to. So let's see. Maybe we can be smarter than the machine. Set them down here. Get some lights on. Take this one. Oops, didn't mean to push that. Drop that in. And then we're already lined up. And we're not chasing this bale, but we don't have to reline everything up. That seems to have worked better. So after we do this, we need to go pick up the hay bales off of field 11, and then we can get the grass roller going on one of the fields as well. and then we'll see how much time we have left after that. So things are moving along. We're in June. Cows still have plenty of food. Let's take a look at them here in a second. After I get these 2 bales in, we'll pop over to the animal screen. We're not quite ready to, whoops, that's pushing the whole thing out, which is fine. It means just we're up against that wall. Now we're pulling the whole thing out. How are we doing? Yeah, it's pretty much close to the wall. That's fine. Probably could have been a little closer to this row, but this will work. All right, so let's go look at our animal tab. So we've got our 22-month-old brown Swiss. These were the first cows we bought. As you can see, straw's getting a little low, but we're still 39,000, so we're fine. Slurry's getting pretty full, actually, so we're going to need to do something about that. Milk has 47,000, so I think we have a 32,000 liter tank. We can take the milk over and deliver that today if we want to. Hay, we've still got 186,000, so the hay is getting a little bit down, so we could start mixing some TMR pretty soon, but don't need to be doing that yet. Anyway, and their health is 100%, reproduction is at 30%, so it's going up about 10% a month. So if this is June, 6 more months would be December. We should have baby calves in January. So Holstein and Brown Swiss will both give us 60 calves in January. So our cows will go up by 120 starting the beginning of next year. And then these that are 59, they are almost, well, they're halfway to puberty. They're getting there, but then they'll be able to. So we'll have 60, 60, 59, 59, and then another 60 and 60 of these from the calves. And then we can start looking at, how old are these? At 36 months, we need to start selling them off and starting the process over again. So regardless, we're about to have add another 50% on our cows here in about 6-7 months. So both of these are 30%. We'll see how that goes. But those are looking just fine. I think I am ready to maybe try a little bit of TMR just to try to get our mix right. We have all the ingredients now. That's not low enough. Let's get down here. And then I want to go look at field. I want to say it's 15. I know we planted one of those big ones with grass a couple of months ago because it was covered in weeds and it was driving me nuts. So I want to look at that and see how we're doing on that. I don't know that we're ready to mow again. We'll have to eventually because this has pretty much become the grass work farm. Like, we've got all these cows. Cows need to eat. So we're always making hay or making grass to make silage. Pretty much is what we're doing. We don't have any crop fields planted this year, which I just didn't want anything to take away from working on the cows and moving forward, because I want to start the process of leveling up our cows, basically. And I wanted to make sure we had enough hay and stuff on hay and silage and things stored up so that once we start doing TMR, we can just continue. So that's kind of this process of making just a little bit more silage, making a lot more hay as we have been. And I just didn't think crops were necessarily worth it this year. We are going to run out of straw first, probably. So we will maybe in August and September plant wheat or something, one of those winter crops, so that we can harvest for some straw in the following year. Oops, hit the pole there. But And we have a couple of fields prepped for that. Some of the big ones we bought as well. It's a little bit tight with that steel girder there, but we're making it work. Oh, until we did that. Yeah, that's what I was... It's fine. I mean, pretty much every time I do this, I have to have at least one time that I mess up and drop the bales, or I turn too fast, or I get impatient, or I bang one thing into another thing and mess that up. So, used to it at this point. Oh, that is a bad angle. There we go. And as soon as you take your focus off of, I'm going to do this nice and slow and keep these where I can see them, that's when you drop a bale or push a bale or knock something over or throw it off the end of the forks like I just did. So, but that's what happens to me when I'm trying to talk and play. Sometimes I get a little bit distracted. And let's get these stacked up. I'm going to see if I can get this right one picked up and put on that left one because of where this pole is at. I'd rather pick up the left one as the bottom one. So we put 12 in. This is 13 and 14. Let's get straightened out. What's our angle like? Okay. Well, let's not get excited and drive too fast like we did in the last one. And we'll get this lined up. Nope. Lower. Nope. Alright, it's not letting me drop it. So we're just going to put them in, and this top one's probably going to fall off, and that will be okay. Oh, for once it's actually going to keep them. We'll just keep the forks here just in case it tries to kick it off. Yeah, so it tried to kick it off, but we were here to catch it. And there's our final grass bale there. Oh, I was going to park this forklift, but I actually need it. Not a forklift, a low loader. Nope, telehandler. Telehandler, there we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, so that's our 14. We're going to go ahead and... I can never remember the controls for this, is it? Yep, there we go. Click the left stick, or L3. And that closes those off, so we're going to go like this. Can't we make the corner? Nope. Nope. Yeah, this steering really messes me up for some reason. Always has. That should do us for silage for a while. So we probably won't make any more grass bales in the near future. You never know though. So we're going to shut that engine off here. So I finished baling, and I pulled my tractor and my baler in and repaired them both because they both really needed it, but I couldn't pull all the way through because I forgot that I had dropped this hay over here that I was going to go stack inside with these other hay bales, but I forgot to stack them inside. So I'm not going to do all of this on camera, but I am going to. You see these 4 bales right here are covering up my exit for that tractor with the baler on. So We're going to bring this in here. We will just get these stacked up like so. Got a nice view of the lights in the cabin, or in the barn. So this was the hay we made the other day. So we're getting that stacked in here. I guess I have some straw saved up in here I forgot about. And we've got the straw out on the other side. So again, it's do what you need to do to keep this going. But lots of straw and hay needed for keeping those cows fed. So at least that means we can pull out the other side. I didn't want to try to back that baler out of there now that those had been repaired. So we're going to just drop this in here and we'll move the rest of those off camera, but I did want to get those moved today. So we'll drop this here. And also, here's my, what do you call it? Power washer. Man, I'm really having trouble with my words today. Must be too early. But, so we're going to bring this or this over here, pull this through here. Tractor's not so bad, but this baler is certainly seen quite a bit of work. So we're going to go ahead and get this baler cleaned up. That is looking much better. Yeah, I mean, we're here. Might as well spray down the cloths real quick. Cloths wasn't too bad, but you can definitely see there's quite a bit of chipped paint on that. It is a used tractor that we're making the best of. Probably the one I use the most on this farm, to be honest. But yeah, spraying it does a lot of good, but doesn't help any of that chipped paint there. So we can pull this through as well. I'm going to leave this part here. And then let's run over here. So we need to grab some milk in a minute. But we've got all these bales on here, these hay bales that we worked yesterday. We need to get these off so we can roll the field. So here's the Massey and our auto load trailer, which I really enjoy given the amount of bales we're moving around on this farm. So let's get 1, 2. I don't know how many we made, but it was a lot. But this is one of the fields we had already planted, grew, cut, and that fertilized at 50%. Then we rolled it, and that fertilized at another 50%. So there is one grass bale here. Whoops, that's now going to be buried underneath all these hay bales. So when we get there, we're just going to have to remember to not put that in the TMR. We can drop that over by the silage setup, or to be honest, we can just feed it to the cows. Hay gives them 80% production, but grass will give them 40%. So we could just have this one bale of grass as a backup if we ever run out of hay to keep our cows from starving. So that's a thing we can consider as we're moving forward. I think it's going to be exactly 16, including that grass bale. So let me just take one more lap. Missed quite a few little spots with the baler. It's not great, but that's fine. We'll get them next time we come out and mow. So we got the ones from that corner. I don't see any in the open field here. And then coming down here, Nope, we got the ones from the corner there too. So we're just going to get out of the field now. We're going to put that back to transport position. So we're just going to pull this up here. Not ready to drop this off till I get those other hay bales taken care of. Alright, so then last thing we need to do is get that grass roller going, which I believe we've left down here. So this field 10 that I'm on now is, I believe, the one that we took. Yeah. This is what we got the grass bales off of. In fact, I think we did field 9 too, and that must be where those other hay bales came from. Am I going to be able to make that turn? Let me see. Yeah. Didn't want to pull through the edge there. So this one needs to be rolled. Can go back a field state. This one also can be rolled, I think. This is growing 95%, 100% fertilized. This one's only 50%. So yeah, this one doesn't need rolled because we already rolled it. It's this one here, 10 that needs rolled. 10 and 11. So we'll go ahead and get this unfolded and go from there. So, you know, it's what it is. It's grass work pretty much all the time on Riverside now, or Riverview. But that's what you have to do when you're doing cattle, and we're only up to 238. We'll be at 358 in January. We're not even close to the 1,000 cows, and we have to do all this grass work. So I don't know if we'll ever get to the full 1,000. I want to and just see what that looks like, but I know it's just going to be this times 5. We're just going to have to do more and more grass work and keep that going to try to make sure that we've got enough to feed those guys, because they're eating a lot as it is. But that's to be expected, and that's why we bought these other fields and got them ready to go too. So we're gonna roll a little bit past the corner there, but that's fine. We're just gonna edge this off, and then we'll send it on a worker, and we'll move on to the next thing. So, but wanted to just make sure I got a video out to you guys so you could see where we're at with the cows. Obviously things are moving forward here, but it is kind of a slower process because I don't want to just give you video after video of me mowing and baling and whatever. This was more of a, hey, I did the mowing and the baling off camera, but I'm doing some of the maintenance work to kind of show you where we're at, show you the bales that we've collected, and to show you that we're just continuing to work these grass fields to keep making progress for the cows. And then once we get up to, like, obviously I want to make sure you guys see the switch from December to January when we're going to get all those baby calves. And I want to see you guys to see when I start mixing TMR, which I don't actually think I'm going to do today. I was thinking about it, but we're not quite there yet. Excuse me. And when I'm working the other fields, so we'll get planting. I'm obviously going to get a bigger planter for some of these larger fields. Don't want to do that with that little 3-meter planter. So we talked about that. I've been waiting to see if one will come up in the sales. So far nothing has, but that's okay. Let's see. So this should work now because we've done the 3 edges, so I can put that on a worker. And what was the last thing we were going to do? Let's see. I've got hay bales, straw bales. Let's just drop this baler off. Where's a good spot for the baler? Can I back it in here? That's going to make moving with that telehandler kind of a pain. So let's just loop around. We will drop this off over here. I probably should try to turn, but those hay bales were in the way on that one. So we're just going to back it in the side. Like so. This will still get it out of the way, which is what I'm really looking for. So let's take a look real quick at our other fields that are down this way. I want to see if 15 is anywhere close to being ready to be mowed and harvested. So this is 19 here to the right. That one's ready to be planted whenever. 13 has been plowed, but we're not ready to plant anything on there. This one is obviously 19's ready to go when we need it. Down here, this is 15, grass ready to be harvested. So we can mow this maybe this afternoon in the next episode, or maybe in July, and get some more bales going there. It is a big field, so that's going to take a while to mow. And then 14 over here is also plowed, so we can come over here and cultivate this when we're ready for that. So it's like 14. I think 19 will probably get planted with wheat or barley, some sort of winter crop, so we can get straw off of it. 16 down here at the end is also ready to go. So we might plant 19 and 16 with winter crops. Yeah, this one I fertilized too, right? Yeah, so it looks like I limed it. I fertilized it halfway. We'll plant it, and then we'll fertilize the rest. Or if we get a planter that has fertilizer in it, we'll do that. So yeah, basically mow 15 at some point. Plant 16 and 19, and then cultivate 14. These are kind of our odd jobs we need to do, other than just keeping track of the cows and keeping those things going. So we'll get there. We're just not there yet, but wanted to just kind of check in on those fields with you as well. So that's actually going to wrap it up for this video. Not a lot else to show you. Actually, I guess let's park it here real quick. Let's just check the deals and see. This cotton harvester was in there yesterday. Header for a John Deere harvester that requires 750 horsepower. Ooh, this is kind of nice. Steel drop back. We do have our truck, our Mack truck that can drive around the milk trailer. Could actually pull this, I'm pretty sure, and this would be a way to transport some things on the back. We don't have to drive a ton of equipment around though. So I don't know that it's necessary, but we could obviously put a tractor up there and with the baler or whatever if we were wanting to bring them over to one of these fields. So probably not worth it though. It's a good deal, only 17 grand, but yeah, nothing going here. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Thumbs up goes a long way to help this channel. Comments are also welcome. If there's something you want to see me do, or if you have a comment about what we should plant on 19 and 16, we can certainly talk about that. Otherwise, I will at some point in time get this mowed up and started to roll so we can have some more bales, and then we'll just go from there. So catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good night.